Thank you for tuning in to I Might Be a Fake Cultivator, written by Bright Moonlight Frost on the Ground, narrated by Mad Dog Audios. Chapter 3: The Lovable and Detestable System. After finishing his enrollment, An Lin went to the residence that he had been assigned to. When he arrived, he once again exclaimed in heartfelt admiration, "No wonder this is worthy of being labeled a top cultivation university of the 9 states. And every new student is allocated an individual 2-story building." The small building was constructed from wood, and the furniture inside was all that one could wish for. Of course, one could forget about computers, televisions, air conditioners, washing machines, and the sort. Most of the furniture here was made from wooden materials. An Lin felt that this detail did in fact conform well with the scenes depicted in the cultivation novels he had read on Earth. Although there wasn't any modern furniture, being allocated a villa right after entering the university still left him feeling very happy. The buildings were divided into districts according to the different classes, and Xu Xiaolan's villa was right next to An Lin's. Knowing this, An Lin was secretly happy. As the proverb says, the pavilion closest to the water enjoys moonlight first. After all, Xu Xiaolan was kind-hearted, passionate, and extremely beautiful. Not only that, she didn't mind at all that he was a weakling. Where else would he find such a good companion? I have the God of War system, and am destined to become the man who dominates the cultivation world. Xu Xiaolan, I will prove myself to you and have you regard me in a new light. An Lin's eyes burned with intensity, and a feeling of pride swelled up from the bottom of his heart. So what if I have 0th stage Dao body? Even Xiaoyan could become a Dao god, so why can't I become an immortal god? Thinking of this, the corner of An Lin's mouth curled up in a slight smile, and his face was filled with confidence. He sat on his bed and opened the God of War system in his mind, beginning his heaven-defying cultivation journey. The interface for the God of War system was simple. There were 3 large sections consisting of cultivation base, cultivation methods, and moves. Oh, there was also a weird section labeled Special Missions. The cultivation methods, moves, and special mission sections were all gray, with the cultivation methods and moves section displaying that he had to attain a 7th stage Dao body before being able to access them. An Lin was a bit annoyed as he cast his eyes toward the cultivation base section. 1st stage Dao body, condition, complete 10 push-ups. My God! An Lin gaped. There was a look of disbelief etched on his face. Is this task a free pass? An Lin skeptically completed 10 push-ups on his bed. Immediately afterwards, his bones started making crackling sounds, and he felt an intense pain shoot through his muscles. It took a fair while for him to stand up. He was breathing coarsely and sweating all over. I've become stronger. An Lin felt that his body did in fact undergo a transformation. He had never felt so full of energy before. He was also able to sense a spiritual energy, the same spiritual energy which drifted amongst the heaven and earth. Is this vital energy? It's truly mesmerizing. An Lin knew that beginning from now, he had officially become a cultivator. He tried to contain his excitement and continued to look over the God of War system. 2nd stage Dao body, condition, complete 10 plus 10 push-ups. This has gotta be a joke, right? Even though An Lin said this, he couldn't help but start laughing. Damn! Judging by this trend, I'll be the top dog of the United University of Cultivation by tomorrow! An Lin let out a laugh that he thought sounded domineering, but was in fact vulgar and uncouth. After finishing the 20 push-ups, An Lin was drenched in sweat. He could feel that he had once again become stronger. He clenched his right fist and abruptly smashed into a table nearby. The table immediately shattered under his fist. I'm invincible! This isn't called the God of War system for nothing! I fucking love you! An Lin laughed loudly. He continued to look over the system and found that the condition had changed. 3rd stage Dao body, condition, complete 10 multiplied by 10 push-ups. The difficulty has increased by a little bit. An Lin was now smiling broadly as he completed the push-ups. He completed 100 push-ups in no time, and his Dao body increased to the 3rd stage.
This is indeed a cheat system. If others find out that I can raise my levels like this, they'll surely be driven crazy.
An Lin felt that he could reach the pinnacle of life in no time, and he giddily opened the system's interface. Seeing that the condition for reaching the next level was still completing push-ups, he almost started jumping with joy. 4th stage Dao body. Condition. Complete 10 to the power of 10 push-ups.
10 to the power of 10 push-ups?
An Lin was stunned for a good 10 seconds.
Let me calculate what 10 to the power of 10 push-ups is equal to.
After a while, he finally figured it out.
10 to the power of 10 is 10 billion, which means 10 billion push-ups. If I furiously complete 100,000 push-ups every day, as if my life depended on it, then it would take me over 270 years to complete.
This. An Lin's eyes were blank as he sat dumbfounded on his bed. It appeared as if he had lost all hope. He opened the God of War system and discovered that apart from the cultivation base section, all the other sections were still gray. So it means that I can only rank up if I do push-ups every day for over 200 years? No. More importantly, he wouldn't even be able to live for 200 years. Tears brimmed in An Lin's eyes.
What the hell is with this system? Isn't it forcing me into despair?
Just as An Lin was becoming completely disheartened, he suddenly thought of something.
No, I don't have to rely on the system to cultivate. I can cultivate myself.
An Lin was scared shitless by the system just then, and only regained his senses now. In fact, every time he ranked up, the system's condition would also change, which meant that if he relied on his own ability to rank up now, then the system's condition would also change as well. Perhaps the condition next time would also become much easier.
This is probably how it works, or else what use is the system?
An Lin was confident in his thoughts. However, a new problem arose. How was he supposed to cultivate on his own? Knock, knock, knock. An Lin felt uneasy as he knocked on the wooden door. The wooden door opened and a graceful figure appeared in An Lin's vision. The long black hair resting on the girl's shoulder was moist, and it appeared as if she had just taken a shower. The instant the door opened, An Lin could faintly smell a sweet fragrance.
An Lin, what did you come over for?
It was evident that the girl did not expect An Lin to come at this time, and there was a hint of surprise in her voice.
Shu Xiaolan, I'm very sorry to bother you so late at night, but I have some very important matters I need to discuss with you.
An Lin chuckled in embarrassment.
Oh, what is it? Is it a private matter? Do you need to come into my room and tell me secretly?
Shu Xiaolan looked at An Lin expectantly with her intelligent eyes. She was obviously very interested in his important matters.
No, I'm fine.
An Lin instinctively waved his hand out of reservation and rejected her offer. However, he regretted it the very next second. Why the hell was he reserved in this type of scenario? A girl willingly invite him into her room and he actually rejected her offer. An Lin couldn't help but sigh.
What's wrong?
Seeing An Lin suddenly become depressed, Shu Xiaolan was reminded of the aptitude test that morning. This made her develop a feeling of sympathy towards An Lin.
How about you come in and take your time to explain? If I can, I'll try my best to help.
Sure. An Lin was just feeling depressed about letting a golden opportunity slip away and didn't expect Shu Xiaolan to give him another chance so soon. This time, he learned his lesson, and after being dumbfounded for a split second, he quickly agreed. After entering her room, Shu Xiaolan prepared some tea for An Lin. An Lin didn't know the name of this tea, but just the scent of it was enough to make him feel at ease. The two of them sat opposite each other at a table and started conversing while drinking the tea.
Okay, you can tell me about your very important matters now.
Shu Xiaolan's pose was elegant as she raised the teacup to her delicate ruby-lit mouth and took a small sip. An Lin nodded his head gravely as he looked at Shu Xiaolan. For some reason, the mood became very tense. This caused Shu Xiaolan to become even more focused. I've reached a major obstacle, An Lin said. Shu Xiaolan nodded her head seriously and gestured for him to continue.
The problem is that I don't even know how to cultivate. Can you teach me? Shu Xiaolan spat the tea she had just sipped all over An Lin's face.
Alright, so that's it for Chapter 3 of I Might Be a Fake Cultivator. Thank you for listening.